Hello, it's me, DjDoubleT, here and existing. I wanted to start something kind of new this time around, mainly to practice my own self-care, and because I need to hold myself accountable, I thought, why not? Let's just exist, work on my goals, and be here. And if people want to pop by, they can. And if they want to chat, we can talk. Anyways, I think I have a few things I want to do today. One is put on a face mask. Two, do a temp tattoo. Because it's been something I've put myself on hold a lot of. Like, I had bought a bunch. I think I used most of them, except for one. And I said, I'll say that for a good occasion. Did I? No. Did I ever use it? No. But we're gonna do it. And I thought, hey, let's just listen to some lo-fi as well. Now, do I want to study or do I want a rainy Japanese street? Well, we're gonna study, so I guess we'll do this. Yeah, that sounds fine. Okay, first things first. We are not sponsored by Inkbox, but the tattoo that I'm using is temporary. It's Inkbox tattoos. Actually are pretty nice. They last a long moment of time. Oh, I was wrong. I have more than one still. Oh, I'm excited. Alright, what is that? Prep skin with primer wipe. Exfoliate area with primer wipe for 30 seconds. Okay. Any other things? Okay. Sure. I think I'm gonna do my forearm. My arm itself is kind of slightly hairy. You can't see it based on this quality. The camera's here. I'm looking at myself on the screen over here. What do I have? What do I need? Okay. I guess I might as well show you guys what I have. That's kind of adorable. I wanted to do this one. It's like a little dinosaur with the astronaut hat. I know I saw the Try Guys doing it, but that one was really cute and I really wanted it. But then I also saw this one that was like, yes, it's so random. Let's do it. Maybe I should put it on my calf. This one feels like a calf kind of one, but I keep bending my legs, and that's the thing. Anyways, it's this. Ugh, lighting. Look at the duck, or swan, or goose, geese, with heels. Anyways, primer wipe. Okay, we're not sweating. Okay, exfoliate area with primer wipe for 30 seconds. Wait 30 seconds to dry. Alright. Which arm feels like heel, and which one arm feels like Astro Dinosaur? Or I could put on my hand. I don't know. I'm just gonna put it here. I think here's fine. Yeah. My lesser dominant one, I'm going to put this one just cause it seems right, you know? I'm opening it just cause I feel like if I don't open it now, it's just not gonna work the way I would like it to work. Alright, and the other one is primer, exfoliation. Okay, it's a little wet still. Alright. Pull its arm up. See my arm. We are exfoliating. Making sure she fits on thine arm. And I have more seconds to go past 30 seconds. This is actually a lot more work than I thought it would be. I was like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna do it for 10 seconds and then put on a tattoo and then just wait for it for like time to pass for me to take it off. No. Okay, waiting for time for it to come off. Not come off. Words. Waiting for it to dry. 30 seconds. Okay, it says peel off tattoo backing. Place tattoo on skin, sticky side down. Okay, I can do that. All I have to do is make sure that I put it on properly, because I know that with Inkbox that if you shift it a little bit, and if you like move a lot, it will cause it to bleed. And it's really hard when it comes to like really intricate tattoos, because you'll notice that that's not a real one. But if it's simple, I feel like it's super easy to put on. Okay. Ooh, okay. That's what we're doing. Gotta make sure all the kinks are out. Peel off border, press down to ensure the adhesive is fully stuck to avoid wrinkles. Yeah, that's what you do not want. You do not want no wrinkles on them arms. That is for sure. Push. And then I leave it on for 60 minutes. Alright. I probably won't be like doing no push-ups. Or any push-ups, let's be real. Because I've done my exercise for the day. That is part of my like self-care routine, is just to make sure that, hey, I'm keeping active. And like small achievements, those are super important. Okay, I gotta stop rubbing it. We're gonna do the other arm. Putting on a little dinosaur. Give me like a dinosaur. Yeah. Oh, the Astrosaur is so adorable. I would never get a real tattoo in my life, just because it's commitment. And I have commitment issues, clearly. I'm kidding. But it's more of like, it's really hard to take it off if I ended up not liking it. And I'm kind of happy with my body as it is. And that's what's kind of nice. Alright. Other white for other arm. We're not moving this arm as much, less wrinkling. Okay. I just hope I can put it on just right, you know? Helps smooth your skin. That's what they say. Okay. My arm can't move that much, and I'm tilting. I can feel my muscles straining. Okay, we're doing it this way. Smooth your skin. I see my arm wrinkling it. Like, I know you can't see the part of my arm, but like, it's like every time I tilt it, it gets scrunched. And if I move it like to a more relaxed position, it's like, it's straight now, it's fine. Currently, not so much. Ow, my fingers. Oh god. Oh, that's a finger cramp. I have locked my fingers. I did not realize I could do that. Good to know. Alright. Now we let this dry. I want to do this to make it dry faster, but eh. Why is this such a challenge? Who knows? Come on, sticker, come on. Oh, that's why it's not coming out. It's because I'm doing it wrong. I was like, it's not coming out. Please. Oh no. Oh wait, that's fine. That's just the paper not wanting to come off. Okay, this time it's not my fault. Fully. Alright, using my lesser dominant hand for this. Oh, this is gonna be a fiasco. Okay, we're gonna do this. So we can have like halfway through. Yeah. I think about here for now, it's gonna be fine. Yeah. Let's hope I'm right. Yeah, we're gonna hope it doesn't wrinkle out. Alright, I think we're good. Now I just leave this here for like a moment. Right, no bending arms. We're gonna keep them straight somehow. Maybe I shouldn't have put it there. I keep bending my arm too much as it is. Okay, and then after 60 minutes, remove everything. Your tattoo will look light blue or green at first. It will take 24 to 36 hours to darken, to dark blue to black depending on your skin. Aftercare, cover the tattoo with loose clothing the first night as the ink can transfer to other body parts. Avoid exfoliating your tattoo until you're ready to remove it. Actions like scrubbing in the shower and swimming in salt water will gradually fade your tattoo. Continue to hydrate your skin by moisturizing daily and drinking lots of water. Wait at least 8 hours after applying your tattoo to moisturize or shower. Well, good to know about the moisturization part. And I won't be showering anytime soon because I've already done it for the night. And usually I just shower after work because, I don't know, after work, like, you need a shower. Like theoretically, it just feels good to like either take a warm or cold shower if you like that after a long day at work, because it's like, how do you decompress after coming home? I know some people like can sleep after like everything. That's good and all, but I don't know. Like when you come home, you gotta make sure you have your own like routine to get things where they should, you know? Halfway we'll do a face mask, because I don't feel like that now. And now, we're gonna do it after this is off, so that's gonna be within, okay, let's have like an hour. Alright. Huh. Oh, and the book that I'm gonna be currently reading by myself to study and actually kind of learn a bit is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F. Because I think throughout my life, I've just really learned how I've really let a lot of what everybody else says affect me to how I think and how I live my life. And I'm working on it now currently to find my inner voice in life. And what do I want per se? Like, how do I want to live? And what do I want to do? And I'm going to try to really work on making sure that all the other wrong word. All the other voices that have influenced me and have like just taken seat as an audience aren't as loud and important besides my own. I should be the one at center stage, you know? I just realized I haven't started this one book because there's actually another book that I was kind of in the middle of. I think it was the overthinking one. But you know what? Let's do it. A Counterintuitive Approach to Living a Good Life by Mark Manson. Move lies, move like J-Lo. Tell me what you want from me. Do it if you say so. You look at me, and I'm not gonna say no. I found me an angel, I can see it in your halo. I wonder what you do. Have you ever said I love you? Never heard the feelings that I feel for you. Da-ba-da-da-ba-dee-dee-ba-doo. With everything, I feel sleepy. uh, with a book, it makes your eyes a little tired. With the lights on, I'm just like, my eyes. And then with the music, I'm like, whoop. I don't feel like sleeping just yet. this line. It literally says like, don't try. I know what you're thinking. Author's name. This is making my nipples all hard. Okay. having trouble staying up a little bit. I'm just like, You know, I've always had trouble reading books that not necessarily educational, but things to learn from. Like if it doesn't entice me, I can't go on that journey long enough. But I try my best not to fall asleep. I'm like, huh? Oh no. They literally said, we're not born. Well, it's like one thing, I guess one thing to know is that we're born always caring about something in life. Like when we were younger, we would cry over frivolous things like, sharing, or, you know, your one item that you really liked was lost. And then the author's just like, F that person. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, I've read one chapter. That took a lot. And it didn't help for the fact that every now and then I would fall asleep on a word or two, or three. Also, it's a book that's broken into like chapters, but they're like sub chapters. So, eh, that's a good pause on there. And it's almost been an hour for take these things off my arm. I've been trying my best not to twist them up like crazy. Uh, give myself like a few more minutes, you know? Hmm. Bum, 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 da, da. Life's good. I think it's time to take it off. I can feel my arm hairs getting cold. Ooh. Look at the. Oh wait, sorry. Ugh. Oh, arm. It's so like faint and blue right now, but it'll darken later on. Ugh. I look so white, but it's just the lighting. Okay, I gotta get out of camera. Arm. Oh, I'm trying. I'm trying my best. Close enough. Alright, time to put these down. Or throw them out, actually. And I'm gonna walk and be right back. Okay. Let's turn on the music just a little bit. For my ears. For my personal taste, you know? And, well, that's done. Next thing on my own, like, personal self-care list after just doing some reading is a face mask. Because, I don't know, they feel nice. And I don't have to deal with my skin being, like, all dry all the time sometimes. So, I remember buying this, like, a while back. And, like, I'm still using it because I haven't, like, used it enough, I guess. Maybe someday I'll try some other masks that I have, like the one where you just like wear that white sheet. But this time I'm just gonna paint my face with like a deep sea mud mask. Because why not? Alright, let's see if I can do this while like avoiding camera stuff. Well, actually, I have to use the camera in order to like even get this on my face. Oh yeah, and I forgot it was tea tree oil. I really thought it said green tea. I don't know why it said green tea, and I don't even know why I thought it even read that way. But all right. Anyways, we'll get this on my face. Ever so slowly. Gotta start somewhere. Okay. It's like, I ain't got no mirror besides my own face. You know what? I'm gonna move the Streamlabs stuff towards the center screen so I can actually like look at the camera and do it at the same time. Oh jeez. All right, we're gonna take out the headphones. It's fine. Or yeah, I'll take off the headphones. I think that's a better choice. Y'all can listen to music. I just don't want to paint the headphones by accident, especially because like I'm painting my own sideburns by accident. This reminds me of the time where I got like face paint and stuff like that, and then I did some like, artsy stuff by just like doing a bunch of different colors on one side and said, I think Picasso. I don't remember if it was Picasso or not. I just said I do this. That's it. Okay. We gotta avoid like my eye itself because you don't want that anywhere too close and near. And I'm fine with getting it like somewhat in my like, how do you say? Sideburns, I can wash that off. I just want it like in the middle there. Maybe I should have just like held it up. Oh well. We're gonna do our best, you know? It's so hard because I'm like, it's a reflection. This is such a challenge. I don't feel coordinated whatsoever. I feel like off coordination. If that makes sense. Oh, but it feels nice. It does feel really nice. That way, this way, that way, that way. No, hand, body. Where are you going? Yeah, this is a lot easier in a mirror, but on camera, it feels like I'm getting mirrored of a mirrored. And so I feel very off. Gosh. Alright, I think next time for sure I'll just put on a face mask. Like a legitimate one. Well, one that I don't have to paint on, you know? That's good enough. You know, I do wonder how people actually do their makeup. I've never been one to do that. Just because it's not for me personally. And I always like think that I don't need to spend more money on things I don't need. I have had my makeup done once. Well, for like one time when I dressed up as like a witch. I said, let's do this. We're gonna do this thing and be an astral witch. Got like this really nice blue makeup on. And I remember my partner at the time was like, actually no, I looked really feminine at that time. And they were like, no, you looked a little too feminine for my taste. And honestly, I can understand. I also had this really horrible wig. Like, it was bad. I put it on and I felt like a cheap night wear, if I'm being honest. Or like, you know, no one would pay for me. That's how I felt. Alright, now that like part of my face is painted in, I feel comfortable enough to actually like... Hi friend of Sigma, how's it going? Effort. Just... Yeah, I'm doing a face mask. Because I don't want to put that in my mouth. I don't want to taste it. Yeah, just doing like some skincare and like self-care for today because I really needed it after today's work. but it's really hard doing it on camera because I don't have a mirror. And using like the video itself is not making it easy. Come on. I'm so worried because I'm going past my mouth a little bit. Cause I like stopping near my lip. I'm just really afraid of like shoving it into my mouth. Why do you get a oh okay, I need to put this away for a second. Why do you get scared going to like the salon to get your skincare done? What do they do? Is it like do they do waxing? Do they do little bloodletting? Cause some places do that. Well, more like beauty uh places that aren't like salons. What was it called? I guess you could say dermatologist. Some people do that over there. Hmm. Is it because you don't trust your people, or is it just more of like just a general fear? Hmm. I get it. Like foreign objects around like orifices, like your mouth or your eye or your ears, that you don't feel like should be there, and it's like from another person, kind of is unsettling. I remember like growing up as a kid, I really hated the popsicle stick from the doctor. Those were never fun. But I mean, there's also the reason like we pay to go to like salons and stuff because people are too lazy, and you just gotta trust them. Gosh, I see the errors and I don't like it. I'm just eh, here, stop. All right, that's what we're doing. I feel like the Joker, but like the reverse. I guess without painting my lip. No, I feel like the Joker without painting my lips. That's what I feel like. Ooh. As long as we don't think about those nightmare stories about people having things in their ears, like actually going to the doctors and actually having something in their ears, then you're fine. But if you're actually like, if that's happening to you, yeah, go to the emergency room, get that done. But I'd rather not think about, just sleeping and having something go wee. But I mean, that's also why we have like earwax. Ugh. Oh no, I touched the. Oh no, I touched the. Okay. Face. Hi, time in a bottle. How's it going? I'm trying not to touch the. Oh god. Like, understandable. Sometimes, there are nights where you just don't. You just become bored and you just want to stay up. Honestly, I'd be okay. Tired. Fell was trying to do my readings, but it was slowly falling asleep to like lo-fi. And like, if you watched earlier moments of the stream, I was definitely like dozing off. And now I'm actually doing like productive, so like I have to like be up as like I paint this mask and try my best to avoid my eyes, but also like coordination. This way? It's this way. That no that okay. That way. My nose is this way. Yes. I'm trying to like do this thing once a week. Oh, the mask is just mainly for keeping my skin kind of smooth, like exfoliation. Because sometimes, like around my face, when I do work, and the fact that like I kind of touch my face a lot, it becomes a little dry and then it gets crackly. This just pretty much just keeps it like not as irritated, is what I've learned for me. And I haven't done this often, but I feel like I should do it more, like once a week, just once a week, because I don't need to do it every day. Also, who sleeps? Like, I legitimately, I have a horrible sleep schedule. It's not like I try to or anything. It's just, all right, we're gonna paint my hair. It's fine. We're gonna wash it in a second. I guess I'll rewash everything. Cause it's just mud, you know? Mud is mineral, and throwing mud in mineral and oil, I guess, is good for you. Ooh, I understand. Like recently I joined a like Discord community filled with like tons of lovely people, and like because of like this one video game that is currently like in development, and like there's tons of people from everywhere. Majority of them that talk are German, I think. At least it was a large swarm, but like I made some friends. Well, a friend there who lives in Australia, one in the Philippines. Oh, thank you, Time and Bot, for following. Means a lot. But what was it? Train of thought. Interruption. I'm so glad I'm not wearing my earbuds, because if I was or my headphones, I would have freaked out by you following, because the sound shocks me each and every time. But and one in London, and also one in New York. So we're all over the place. The best time for us to even get on is when it's like 3 in the morning for me, because that's when they're all like hitting with night. Oh, huh. Ironic. I do want to visit like New York City one day, but I also feel like I'm gonna get yelled in the streets, and I don't like getting yelled at. Nowadays, but I'm guessing back then they did. Oh, it kind of sounds sad if I'm being honest. I mean, sure, there's like the constant hustle and bustle, but like, I don't know, like the fact that no one really cares anymore, and then like the chaos. I don't know why, but the first thing that pops to mind when you said New York City, after like a few more seconds, I thought of Rat Man. I don't know if you've seen that whole thing, but that was just interesting on so many levels. Ooh, that too. I mean, COVID changed a lot of things. It caused me personal anxiety and paranoia being like Asian and seeing like everybody, all the elderly Asian people getting like attacked. It really hurt my, like, broke my heart for that fact. But also just like I was really afraid of walking in a city where it was pretty safe until recently, but just like being afraid of, hey, I could be a target just for existing. And that's always going to be unsettling, especially for like different people as well who have already consistently gone through it. But Ratman is like a man with a rat mask and a rat tail and rat paw. I forgot if he's wearing a shirt or not, or clothes, but he acts like a rat and hisses at people and like jumps in trash. Okay. Alright, and we wait 15 minutes. No, it's not creepypasta. It's just an actual guy who will act like a rat in broad daylight in NYC. Interesting character from what I've seen. there are nice factors of like going out, but it's harder nowadays, especially after like the pandemic. For me at least. I don't know, there's something nice about being inside and being safe at home. But like where I lived, uh there was a serial stabber for a good week. They caught the guy, but gosh, I was totally fine. I was like, okay, one happened, I can stay safe. Second one happened, I was like, oh, mm, mm. And then the third like stabbing happened. Luckily, actually the third one happened, and then I just stayed up all night saying, I'm having anxiety. And I just stayed up like, I'll wait till it's daylight, then I can sleep. It is safe during the day. Um, but luckily there's, the, luckily things are safe. It's fine now. But if anything, like go outside during the daytime. I don't see the point of going out during the nighttime, because you never know what you might see or what might happen. And for me, like having not the best of vision at night, probably the best. Ooh, like, are you talking about Amazon for like remote work, or are we talking about just in the warehouse? What examples would you say that you saw from the warehouse? Because I would imagine that there are some like returned items that had liquids that should not be in them. Because I remember there was something that did happen once. Not from my experience, but from what I've seen. Oh. You know, if that helps you keep you up and do the work, I guess. I guess you can do that. Yeah, I mean, as long as it doesn't affect you, nothing should be like your problem. I mean, sure you can try to help, but I don't think that's like a situation you should. That sounds like a mood, honestly. Like why the work is tiring. Let's take a nap. That's kind of what I do for my lunches at work. Is like I don't see the point of eating at that time. I just think, oh, this is exhausting mentally and physically. Let's take a nap and just like rejuvenate. Also, Fern, what did you mean by the UK experience? Oh gosh. Sounds like it's a party in the Amazon warehouses. Oh. Oh yeah. You're right. See, see, as it gets progressively later and me recovering from work, the head empty. Head very empty. And honestly, me learning new stuff at work is just the fact that like if I'm sleep deprived, I have sentence pauses that are just not, they don't need to be there. And sometimes I'll just mutter and go dev 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 in order to fill up the like my brain processing speed. Like hear like the AOL sounds. Yeah, I've heard that Amazon's just really hard to work for, especially like so much time and like very restricted bathroom usages, as I can remember. At least that's what I read up on. Oh gosh, no, I could never. The pay would be nice, but 12 hours. No. After like my personal like first full-time job, I said 4 days a week is good. Like I'll do 32 hours. That's enough for me to live right now and to still save. Because I need the 3 days. Or at least a half day. No, it is not. It's just a face mask that I have to wait for it to go. This is self-care. But $20 an hour isn't that bad. Oh yes. I'm trying to blend in with the background, you know? This is what the background looks like. No. I think about like 6 more minutes and then I can take this off because I gotta wait for it to dry and get crackly and it gets sucked into my skin. Yeah, that too. A little ashy. Because I guess it gets grinded up into like a little paste. Well, usually for what I do for streams, I'll play video games. I recently wanted to add like a series of just like personal self-care to keep me like, what's the word? Not consistent, but to have like a weekly reminder, you know? And then on Wednesdays, currently we're playing Redfall, or I'm playing Redfall, and if my friend ever wants to join, you know, it'd be nice. And I know that Redfall hasn't been getting like the best rep of games, but it's honestly fun. Even though, gosh, I'm having flashbacks to this one attack that I had. It's just like a smoker from Left 4 Dead. Once you get snatched and you have no allies to get you, you're dead. But the thing is, Redfall, you don't have your free 3 extra allies like Left 4 Dead. You only have yourself, so if you're caught, you're screwed. I used to play like a lot of League for streaming and like TFT, but I think I'm putting that on like my own free time, and if I ever want to, I'll go on. Thursdays is whatever my friend and I feel like playing. Currently, we're on trying to play like Sunhaven. Sunhaven is a very interesting game because it's like if you like Stardew Valley, it's that, but D&D like mixed with that with lots more NPCs, lots more to do. There's quests, there's magic, there's classes in the beginning. Sometimes we'll play well, previously we were playing Monster Day, not Monster Dating Monster. That is Jackbox. That's a Jackbox game. Monster Prom, which is where you're a monster dating other monsters, but it's a multiplayer dating sim, which is interesting because you get through all the dialogue, get to have fun, but you can also screw your friends over, and you also might have trouble dating the one you're trying to date. What else? And then Fridays is like my free day. I'm playing currently Cassette Beasts. It's really cute because it's like 90s mixed with like Pokemon and Digimon together. With like really nice ambiantic music. So wait, time out about, do you play any games? Different stuff like... I saw that on sale. I thought about it. Then I realized I probably would just be fighting things and screaming internally and externally. I don't mix with horror too well. I'm being honest. Or more of like thriller or anything spooky. It's not my vibe, even though I'm what's it called? I'm playing Redfall, I guess. Ooh. Nice. Oh wait, now that this is off my I'm all done painting this on, so I can take it off in a second. What is steep? I've never heard of that one. Oh. What kind of sports game? That's the question. What is it combined? Or is it... Oh. Okay. Do we have luging? Or... Luging? What's it called? I think it's called... Luging. That's where, like, you lay in a giant sled, basically, and you go through tons of turn. Unless I'm saying it wrong. I don't remember what the word is. Maybe I'll look it up. Is it luging? I can do that too, actually, yeah. It is called luge. It's called luging, yeah, okay. I was right. Okay, I'll type in steep. What is this thing you call steep? I like how it actually just gives me the dictionary definition of steep. Of a slope, flight of stairs, angle, ascent. Anyways, steep. Steep is a sports video game. Okay. Yeah, Ubisoft. Open up the Steam. Okay, I just hope that it doesn't accidentally decide to play. Oh, there's just that. Okay. Okay, not alone with friends, on skis, wingsuits. Okay, snowboards and paragliders. Oh, I really thought it was just gonna be like winter sports, but no, it's snowboarding, skiing, and some gliding. What did I have open? I'm looking. Oh, that. Ooh, okay. So kind of like playing Tony Hawk skater games, where you basically just skate around the whole world, or whatever is open, basically. Alright, it is time. I'm gonna go take this off. I'll be right back. Should be about like 5 minutes. Alright, back. My hair's a little wet because some of it did get stuck into like the hair itself. Ah. Look up Riders Republic. Let's see what that is. Do I know what it is? No. Thank you. Alright. This is like dirt bikes? Or is it... Oh, okay. So, dirt bikes, snowboarding, some like off-road, bicycling as well. Cool. Assassin's Creed looks fun, but I don't think I'll ever get into it personally. It's like one of those games where I'll appreciate it from afar, and that's it. And like lately, I've been really just getting into like dating sims because there's just fun stories, but I'm also trying to, I don't know. There's also like games that I'm trying to save for. It's like there's so much to buy, right? Huh. Okay, I can check that out. Although, if I'm being honest, I have like a whole backlog of games to play right now. Like recently, I also got one of the games. What's the game was called? It's called Death's Door, which is like a roguelike where you play as a raven, and it's by the same creators, I believe, as Cult of Lamb, apparently. Huh. That sounds nice. See, the only thing about getting like a monthly plan is whether or not I'd make the most use out of it, you know? And there's just something about me like searching for games that are what might fit like what I would think I would enjoy and like trying it out, you know? And there's also tons of free games or like really cheap games that kind of need some fun spotlight. One day I hope that my friend and I, because we said we bought Flaccid Plastic Duck Simulator, which is a game where it's literally just a pool and you're just collecting rubber duckies of different kinds. It sounds so stupid, but it also just sounds fun and dumb. And you just never know what kind of ducky you're gonna get. Oh, that's kind of cool. Free DLC. Oh, that reminds me, I also recently got a game called Everything, I think that's what it's called. It was on sale on Steam, normally like 15 bucks, and it went down all the way down to 3. Yeah, it's called Everything. Apparently it's like a reality simulator kind of game where you're just existing in the universe. Like you can play as any character within it, and it's just a bunch of things. What would be like your most favorite Ubisoft game? Ah, sure. No, there, the other way. Ugh. All right. Well, how should I ask this? When you're angry, what's the first game that you would play? I don't know why anger was the first one, but we're picking that. Hmm. Wow, what's the follow-up question to that? I guess the follow-up question for me would be, is it an anger-inducing game or an anger-relieving kind of game? Hmm. Wonder what game I would play, like, angry. I don't think I play games angry. I'll get angry, sure, but I don't play games when I'm angry, I think. Oh, we love a good melee finisher. That's kind of what's something that Redfall's missing, but it's also kind of really funny about the fact that, like, you can just... So, you can sneak up on enemies and you can just punch them or elbow them, but the thing is, it's not like anything special of a kill. Like, you can literally just punch a guy in the butt and they're dead. Like, ragdoll physics. It makes no sense, but it works. Hi, Flippy Josh. How's your day, or night, or in the middle of the early morns, or the afternoon, whatever time it is, because I don't know what time it is for you, and I can't assume that. Aw, is it just like an uneventful night, or just you're up and existing, like time in a bottle? Oh, it's only 4:11 a.m., you know? I've stayed up way later than that on a daily basis. I'm trying not to do that anymore, but also it's like it's one of those hours where there's not much to do, and if you're the one who's staying up till that time, you start feeling like, what's the word? Not paranoid, but the witching hour hits, and then you start thinking, and the thought is like, oh no, just don't fall into like the thought spiral. Oh, okay. Well, since you woke up from a nap, you'll be fine. Naps are actually really good. A lot more than I thought it'd be. Because I remember like being younger and just not wanting to nap. And nowadays it's like, I want a nap. Let's see. Well, my day is... I mean, it's getting better. I have you guys. uh, but yeah, honestly, it is getting better because after a long day of work and then working on some minor tasks, it goes. It's been really chill, even though in the very beginning, I was really dozing off while reading a book. I mean, I just work a simple minimum wage job, and I'm getting cross-trained in different departments. We'll say it looks like it's a red circle within a smaller red circle. I think you can guess where that is. I don't know why, I just don't feel like saying the name. But yeah, in order for me to get enough... I mean, yeah, it's a good place to get Legos. I guess trick of the trade for y'all is price match. Like, if you want to get something for cheap, price match it. Don't do the stuff of like switching up the labels and getting it scanned, because you never know when it's on sale, or like if you see it on sale at some point but you don't have the money for buy it, just take a photo of like when it was on sale and then you can show it to them whenever. Because I feel like people at a job that is very minimum wage, it's just like what's the word? They don't care enough. And that's kind of the thing. Because if you're paid so little to like live, you can only put in so much effort until it's like it's unnecessary. And but also like the unemployment stuff, it's a mood. That was me a few months ago. Well, actually a month and a half ago. Yeah, I learned that lesson with I learned that lesson the hard way, Flippy. Like my first job, I really like worked hard and put my all into it. But then after like rising so fast, so quick, and like so quickly, and like starting to like falter a bit, and the fact that I was getting really overworked and it really affected my health, my like higher up started noticing that they said that you're not working as hard enough. Like they said that to my face, even though I I worked my hardest like during the days. And then yeah, I got fired. But that's mainly because tardiness and I guess bad luck, even though I did the best of what I could for what they gave me. And at the end of the day, when it comes to work, as long as you're happy with what you're doing, like what you're getting done, that's all that matters. Sure, there might be quotas, like sure, you'll meet like that basic one, but if you're like pushed to the extent of where it's costing you more than what you're earning, right? It's time to either do your best to find a place that is better for you, and but also it's okay to like, say you need to take care of yourself. That's why calling out is the thing, or taking a vacation. And I guess that's why this stream exists currently, is because self-care is really important. Where'd that pencil come from? Because if you don't take care of yourself, nobody else will in the end. And sure, you can help, but help can only go so far. Independence is important. That reminds me, I have water. I need that. So how late do you guys think you're able to stay up? Yeah, it's good water. I have a random like habit of whenever I get like a cup of water, I like to drink somewhat half or like most of it, and I'll leave it just a little bit, and then I won't touch the water. I just don't know why, but I'll drink it later on. I'm honestly not even sure how long I'll stay up tonight. 'Cause I know I have work tomorrow as well. Just make sure you guys stay up to like a healthy point. At least at least those are glasses of water, not bottles of water. Because that'd be too much plastic and too much water. Time out a bottle? What? May I ask why you're in a depresso espresso mood? Is it just cuz? Or was it there like an amalgamation of things? And if you don't want to talk about it, that's okay. But if you'd like to, feel free. I get it. I was really picky when I was searching for my jobs, and I realized I should have just kept on applying to try, you know? And I mean, as long as you keep trying, I feel like at least something will work out. And if not, there might be something temporary that you can take and then find a way out of afterwards. And I know like it gets discouraging when you get rejected because it's like, well, I wasn't good enough. But sometimes you also gotta think, maybe that wasn't the place for me. Because you never know when you're saved from like a horrible job. Oh, I also didn't realize and didn't read because I'm illiterate. Also, I don't have an alert notification for it. But thanks, Flippy Josh, for following. Earlier, I was trying to set up like this new like stream stuff because I was like, well, I don't have a one with like a giant camera of me, which it's nice and all, but I'd rather not. And I was debating whether or not to have the alert because I don't like getting jump scared. I'm not saying that you'll have to or anything, but try your best to keep a consistent schedule. Like, routines are good. However, mental health really takes a toll if you stay up really late. From at least my experience. And like having somewhat something being consistent, like in your life, whether it is like a small task that makes you happy or basically something you enjoy, like that's something to look forward to throughout the day. And like small goals, like the fact that you're applying for jobs, that was something that I was unable to do for a long time after getting fired. And like kudos. How do I word this? I'm just having like a brain pause. Not a brain fart, it's a pause. I guess what I'm trying to say is like small achievements are important. Like the fact that I don't wake up and eat breakfast, I kind of want to do that again. But like the fact that feeding yourself is so important because one, it regulates the energy you feel in the day and also keeps you from getting hangry. And I don't know, I've just been like increasing things to do because you have to keep yourself somewhat occupied because if you're always left with not much to do, that's when thinking happens and too much thinking isn't good. And there is nothing wrong with like living day to day, you know? I feel like there's a but to the sentence. I just don't know where. What stream stuff were you setting, by the way, Flippy? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Oh, that's where I was gonna say. When it comes to like day to day, like, you know, it's fine to live day to day. Just make sure that it doesn't become timeless, like where the days all feel the same and that you lose track of what to look forward to or to even plan for like what's next. Oh, and the question to you, Flippy, was what were you trying to set up, I guess, for like stream stuff? Were you trying to like, how do I describe it? Like, what specific cameras were you doing? Or you just doing something like a simple, hey, it's a game, and your little screen was in the corner? That was not a question. It sounded like a long run-on, but that's the best I can I can phrase it. Mm. I've actually thought about doing that because sometimes I'll play Pokemon Go, and yes, I still play Pokemon Go, just not as much. Or at least stream some of the games that I play on mobile a lot. Fire Emblem Heroes. Oh yeah, I mean let's see. I think it came out when I graduated high school. Wow, actually it's been like 6 years, right? It's been a while since that game has been out. I feel like there's nothing wrong with like the fact of starting off with like not the best quality, because we all start somewhere, and sure there is like it's good to have high quality equipment, right? But if you can't afford it, you make do. And it really is up to, actually I don't know. I'm not successful in this. I'm just here. Everybody has something different to bring to this table of streaming. Aw, thank you. I don't know. I've been at this for like a bit, but I realized I'm just gonna try to have my best to have fun with life or with streaming, you know? It's less about making money and being successful. It's just existing. I'm only calm because there's lo-fi playing. If I was playing a game right now, I probably would be being sporadic, and the fact that I can't multitask for the hot mess of my life. Because I feel like I'll be like reading the story of like, oh, this is the story of the game, and then someone says, "Hi, hello, how's it going?" And I was like, "This is the story." Blah 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 blah. Oh, hi, how's it going? Every, um, how is the day today? You know? And then I come back like, where was I? But I also think that when I'm by myself, I'm not the most entertaining of people. I'll just exist and then talk every so often, but then I don't know what I'm talking about. And then when someone pops in, it's like, oh, I can talk to somebody. Or if I'm gaming with somebody, like, it's so much easier with other people. Like, it's easier to flow with other people in general. But when it's by myself, it's like empty space. You must fill this up with yourself. And I don't take up much space. I like to huddle in my corner. It's fun being a wallflower. Because, like, I like having room for bigger personalities around my life. And it's weird. I'm the type of person who is an introvert when it comes to extroverts. But when it comes to when it comes to introverts, I'm the extroverted one. It's like based on what the room needs. And I get that not all the time like introverts will want to actually just interact. They can just sit and exist. Then there's extroverts who are just loud in general. And I like to find like a middleman between it all. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a game that's in development called Loftia, but it's a very cute game that has been popping up on social media and all that. And it is a game based off of like Minecraft, Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, very much like a slice of life kind of game, very much farming. It's supposed to be like a solar punk kind of game where they practice like more modern farming, or at least futuristic modern. And it's like a social game too because they're creating this whole fact that you can have boba with your friends and like change up your characters. But the community is really nice. If you guys ever check it out, they have a really lovely Discord community. And I'm currently like reading some of the stuff that's just going on. 'Cause I think they're having a decision or a discussion about something questionable, but you know what? It's fine. It's food. Yeah. So the game is called Loftia. Loftia. Okay. I like how it's making me. You know what? I hope the spelling helped, actually. Because I can't exactly type it in chat because apparently it's making me try to log into Twitch. Because apparently I'm not logged into Twitch. Good to know. Good to know I have to log into my own things. Alright. Who am I? What am I? Alright, we're gonna figure this out. My own chat says you're not even allowed. Okay, it's fine. This is embarrassing. I've seemed to have forgotten my passwords as usual. This just makes me feel slightly older than I should feel. But thanks Time and Bottle for covering that for me. I seem to be experiencing difficulties of the technical. It's still in early development. They're not anywhere like near being made. They have started like a Kickstarter, and it's not a toxic community because like we had a small discussion of like how it's not really like a loud community because people who play cozy games are people who tend to be more introverted. And what was it? Whatchamacallit? And the people who are there that do pop up, they're nice. And honestly, they've been like a little bit of a positive influence in my life in general. Because, I mean, things haven't been the best. But, I mean, that's just life. Life will yeet the bad stuff at you, but it'll also give you some good things as well. Actually, from that book that I was reading earlier and falling asleep to partially, like, not everything in life can be perfectly positive, and we can't constantly search for consistent, well, not consistent, but we can't always chase positivity. Like, that's neglecting the fact that there is negative things in life as well, because it's like a balance. And if you neglect that some days will suck, then you're gonna have a tough time when a day that really does suck happens. because not every day is going to be the same. And yes, I do music. It has been a hot minute, but one of my goals in life is to continue like making some music. And I did make like 2 lo-fi songs back in pandemic years, and I kind of want to get back into that. But that first, there's steps for me, which is one, earn some money in order to buy the stuff in order to produce the music itself. And we're doing that one step at a time. But the goal is to at least have an album out this year. I personally like don't play music itself. Like I'll make it in like production, but I do not play an instrument myself because I never really learned. And I think during the time when I was supposed to like learn a bit more like in college, I didn't take that opportunity because I had like the whole mindset of, well, the reason why it's so tough for adults in general or people who become older to like learn new things is that we know it sounds good. And a lot of like things in my head made it sound like that wasn't good, and it really like discouraged me from continuing to try. And so that's why I kind of work more with the electronic side, because there I can actually like nowadays with like MuseScore and other sources, you can just put in the notes for how long you need them to be on what tempo, and you can play it. It may not be the same as like human hands, but because there's something nice about like man-made music, but there's also something nice about automated as well. They all have like the strengths and weaknesses. Hmm. What was the last movie I saw? Oh, I think it was Puss in Boots. It was like the latest Puss in Boots movie. And I honestly vaguely remember what happened, but I also don't. I wanted to see D&D Honor Among Thieves, but again, life events. And I hope that I'll see it in the future. I just couldn't bring myself to see the movie by myself due to personal reasons. And I think I hope that I can enjoy certain things uh, in the future by myself again, because that's something I'm working on. I'm very on and off with Marvel. Like, I'll watch certain movies, but then I'll hop off of what's like, it's okay. I don't need to like watch it. I remember like watching, I think, the first Guardians of the, no, was it the second one? It was one of the Guardians of the Galaxies. Uh, I've seen like Black Panther, Black Panther 2. I didn't watch the first Doctor Strange, but somehow I watched Multiverse of Madness. So I'm like very like on and off. But it is really fun to like read about lore about characters. I'm not like necessarily a comic book nerd, but it's really interesting reading the lores of each character and like what powers they have. Like in Marvel, we don't really see her that often, but Psylocke is really cool because like her backstory was that how was it? She was killed, and then her consciousness got transferred into like a different body, and then she can create like telekinetic daggers that can like affect people, but she also has like telekinetic powers of like this butterfly that pops up every now and then. It's really cool. Then like in DC you have Zatanna. I'm a sucker for like magic. Any magic user, A plus on my tier. Hi. Uh actually I don't even know how to pronounce it. Dukachin, I think. How's it going? Oh yeah. And like Doctor Strange himself is cool, but there's also like his like, I don't want to say African American counterpart, but like one of the other magic users, Doctor Voodoo. His is like really cool because like it's based upon like voodoo magic itself. I forgot exactly what the other powers were, but like today is just honestly, well, I've already finished all the self-care stuff. Now it's just me chatting with everybody and lo-fi. Uh, who else is like a cool magic user? I guess you could say, oh, what's his face? There's also Doctor Fate. I'm not saying I'm a residential weeb, but yes, I watch anime too. If you couldn't tell by the swash of that that way, that's that way, colored hair, anime. But let's see. Currently, I'm watching. What's it called? Isekai to cheat skill, or basically like where this guy gets like this really cheap skill where his life sucks, but he also finds out there's like a door to another world, and it turns out all the stats that he gets there translates into like his stats in real life. Like it'll change his like whole physique and whatnot, but also whatever he kills and whatever he loots becomes like items that he can once he goes back to the back to Earth, it becomes money for him like in life. Eminence and Shadow, which is one I'm watching currently. What else? There's a bunch. I'm trying to catch up with Haikyuu because I stopped a little bit after I think the fourth season. Uh, Restaurant to Another World. It's a very like, it's kind of like one of those background animes. Like enjoy it because it's food. You know, watching people make food is always a good choice. And what you call it? And it's kind of just fun watching people enjoy food. And I used to watch like a mukbanger every now and then. What was her name? Soo Young. But I haven't watched her in a while. I just realized. I think when I was like super depressed, I used to actually just sit there and just eat while she was eating, like in the background. Oh, To Your Eternity. I cried. Like toward the very end, it broke me. And like the opening song is really catchy too, as well. It's called like Pink Blood, but it's like what it translates to is like not really caring about what others see in me and like what my appearance is, as long as like I love myself is the thing. I guess this year is very much like focus on self-love for myself because I have consistently struggled with that, and it's just been time to try to heal some parts of myself that just never had the chance to heal from. And I just remember like one day where I sat down and wrote that I validated that I loved myself. Also made me teary. Anyways, that's enough about myself for now, I think. But do you watch any animes, Flippy? Or Time and Bottle? or Dukijin, anybody. Anybody watching anime. Such as... Well, what was the last one you watched then? Mm, I feel like I've heard of it. Oh, what's it called? I know the opening. What's the anime? Dark Seek's Light was the opening for that anime that you're talking about for the Assassin one. I've heard about Initial D, but racing anime hasn't been a thing for one of my criteria for what I like. Like, I like isekai, I like comedy. I guess that's why I like really enjoyed watching Spy Family. You know, something super wholesome and comedic. Yeah. Uh, Luke de something. But I know what the anime is. The world's finest assassin. That's what the anime is called. Hmm. Reincarnated as a slime is a really good one. Just because I really like isekais or animes or yeah, animes in general where, it's like an MMORPG kind of style kind of game, but also getting to see like the stats on the screen. I just I nerd out about it for some reason because like the Rising of Shield Hero, whenever like he would like put stuff into his shield and just see the stats of the shield, like all the other shields and items that you could do with it. I am a sucker for games with stat trees, but in general, like seeing stat trees. I don't think I've seen solo leveling, or at least it hasn't popped up for me. And then what else? There was one other one. It popped up and then disappeared. Hmm. I've heard the manhwa is like really good. I just haven't found any. Well, I'm not gonna pay for any place to read it. I guess that's why I'll stick to Tower of God because Tower of God is a series on Webtoon that has been lasting for so long, but it's still such like a very intricate story. Sorry, I'm like staring off the distance, but like it's just my head going through like the archives trying to figure out what anime have I seen that was really good. Oh, Death Billiards or Death Parade is what people call or sometimes called. That will f you up a little bit, just cause like oh, Vinland Saga, that too. That was also a good one, if I'm thinking it correctly. There's just so many that it's so hard to remember the name for them all. Hmm. What else? Ooh, I don't know if you guys have heard about Nanbata. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, where it's about four prison inmates with like different numbers, and it's kind of like your own action comedy because they're trying to break out of this jail, like the most secure jail in the world, every day, while they're living the life and torturing the wardens because it's their job to keep them in, but they're always trying to break out. And then the story continues to progress into like different things. and also it's sparkly. Like the gel is it's sparkly. Like you'll see glitter, not like glitter glitter, but like it'll shine, but not like your typical white shine. Oh, also high card. I think I stopped for a sec, or the season ended. One of those. High card was also good. Chainsaw Man, Black Clover. I can go on and on about this. So if I'm rambling on for too long, let me know. Oh, but Black Clover was really good because of magic, and it's just like the different types of magic too, and like, oh, hmm. So, hmm. I'm trying to come up with a question for some reason. I don't want to force the question. Hmm. I'm thinking with my stomach. What's y'all's favorite food? Well, so for the longest time, I didn't have a stream schedule, or at least I tried to have like two specific days, but I just couldn't. And now I'm actually trying to keep like a consistent one of like 4 times a week. So on my stream schedule currently, there might be a specific time for it, but I won't always be consistent because of work. So like for today, this will be my like self-care Tuesday. So around, let's see, if you're in New York, the 3 or 4 hours ahead. I forget. But around 9 p.m. is what I hope to like stream. But today I ended up at like 11 p.m. on my time. So like I'm trying to do that for like maybe 2 to 3 hours for my Tuesday night. All right. Okay, so yeah, you guys are 3 hours ahead. So like midnight my time is when I try to do this. Well, midnight your time is when I try to do my Tuesday stream of the night for like self care. Wednesday, I think I also said like 9. 9 is when I'll do like Redfall until that game like until I'm done with the game, or I find a different one that I want to play. And then Thursday around 10:30 your guys' time is when I'll do my stream with my friend, where we hang out and we play a game that we both have. And then Friday is kind of like my free kind of stream type of day. The whiteboard. So it was just a gift from a friend. Well, mainly because they were gonna move and they didn't want it anymore. I just like having a whiteboard, cause like whenever I saw one as a kid, like in school, I just wanted one to draw on, and it's just there, just to have a silly doodle. It won't always change, or it hasn't changed in a while. There's nothing on there. There's literally just like it just looks like a weird looking puzzle, and then there's like a derpy face, a flower because I drew one, and another face. It's nothing, nothing special. But if I ever do draw anything, I'll show it to you guys. Which I probably should one day. One day, which means many months from now. Because I know myself, if I have too many things on my list as it is, I'm not getting that to that for a hot minute. And then, so I said Friday was like a free kind of stream kind of day, but I'm currently doing a Bob Ross. I can try painting the whiteboard, but I think the paint would just run. But I do have. Speaking of like tasks that I haven't done in a hot minute, painting. Uh, Back in my freshman year of college, and because I wanted to get back into painting, I bought 4 gallons of tempera paint of 4 different colors, 1 gallon each. Have I touched it once or twice and then never again? Because it was cheap and I thought, hey, I can do this with my friends. And then in reality, what friends wanted to paint? Maybe. We'll get... Yeah, but that also requires me to like move my camera down or post it somewhere. And I don't want to be just staring and be like, ah, paint. And look out. And then see, oh, I missed people. Because I've actually had the habit of accidentally missing people. And I feel really bad. Because like people will be there for like a second. And they'll say something. And then I look like 10 minutes later. Oh, hello. Because I want to make sure that you guys are like noticed, you know? And spoken to. That too. That's a thing. Why did I think of that? See, I'm not the brightest person. But that's okay. Because that's just me. Oh. I would counter and be like, you don't know me. I could be the worst person in the world. But that's also very much not true. What am I searching for? I am looking for something. I'm not. It's kind of funny. I actually quit painting or like doing art for a hot minute. Mainly because in middle school, my teacher kind of threw 3 art projects for us to do within 3 months. And it was a lot for like middle school students, and especially because they were graded really toughly. Like if there's anything like wrong or they believe we could do better, we had to redo it. I spent a Saturday from like the afternoon till like 11 p.m. to like do work. And it was really weird being on campus when it was like super dark. It was like super spooky and no students. Alright, and Flippy, have a good night, because sleep. Sleep is important. I'll probably end the stream in a bit anyways, because I have stuff and sleep. But I am looking forward to you when you join next time. Rest well. So time in a bottle. Anything you want to talk about? That's usually my way of saying, I can't think of anything currently. Please. Engage me into your mind, I guess. No, that's the wrong wording. That sounded so random. I guess this is also a sign. Sleep. So, it's not like a personal belief or anything. It's more of like my choice. I don't mess with weed. I don't mess with substances. I very, very rarely drink nowadays. Because it never like enticed me. And weed itself doesn't seem enticing to me either. Because I'm like, why would I want to spend lots of money on something that can stink up so much? Or get gummy bears when I can get like gummy bears for cheap and sugary? But what are your thoughts? Because I'm very much indifferent, but I'm also very much asthmatic, so that's why I try to keep away from it as well. Because for some reason I get really affected by lots of things and I don't want my breathing to be wonky. Understandable. I mean, as long it's like the idea of like as long as you're not harming anybody, you know, and you're not to the extent of harming yourself, just exist. And that's kind of basically how I live most of my life. It's just, hey, we may have differing views, but I'm not here to force my beliefs of life onto you. I can give you advice, but I won't push it if you are not for that. And like one of my closest friends have like differing views with me, but we make sure that we talk about it, but we also don't like shove our beliefs down each other's throats because gosh, that'd be horrible. Just like trying to talk to somebody and all they're saying is one thing and that you're wrong. No one likes to be invalidated. Ever. Oh, back cracks. Yeah, it does. I don't actually like crack a lot, but if I'm like tense, it will make a crackle. Oh, yes, we were talking about favorite food. And I never got to talk about it because I think I was rambling on something else. We were talking about Alfredo. A good Alfredo is so good. There's a lot of my friends don't like white sauce for like pasta. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I'm wrong about this fact, but it's similar. Um, so if you mix tomato sauce and Alfredo sauce and do something a little bit else different, you can make a sauce called vodka sauce, which is basically the fusion of it. And I didn't know that's what it's called because my family, or at least my grandma, liked when she made pasta. She would always like just mix in tomato sauce and Alfredo sauce, and I like it personally. Oh, I remember having one of their bread bowls from like Domino's. Not enough pasta, too, and just bread. And I guess that's also how I feel about bread bowls in general. Like I kind of always expect them to have more like of the goods, like a soup bread bowl, right? But in reality, it's just this much soup, this much bowl. Sorry, this much soup, this much bowl. There we go. And it's like really nice to have the idea of, hey, it's something that I can eat and not have to clean up. But when there's just too much leftover bread and not enough, like there has to be like a good balance of ratio. Like sure, you can have a little bit extra bread, a little bit of extra soup, or like just have the bowl on a plate so that this if the soup comes out, you know. Now this got me hungry. You know, I'm surprised that I don't feel bad or anything because last night I had cooked some chicken and then after eating some of it and having pasta and then doing all my work, I fell asleep and the chicken had been sitting out for like a few hours. Oh, hey Zenda. Oh, oh, thank you. I don't take compliments well. Well, I do hope you have a beautiful day. Well, if that's all you're doing today, I really hope you get like a double good day, you know? Or we'll triple it, pass it down. No, let's do exponential. We're doubling it. Then it's gonna be times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 16 is 256. 256 times 256 is a whole other number. But anyways, numbers. And I think also 16 times 16 is not 256. That's wrong. Or is it right? No, I'm right. I've always enjoyed quick math as a kid. I was a numbers guy for a bit. Then at a certain point, I became an arts guy. Because I just couldn't see myself having numbers for the rest of my life. And also because maths got hard at a certain point. And I said, no, I'm good. This is fine. Eh, that is true. I guess once I got to calculus, that's where it got a little tough. But everything else, it was fine for me. Wait, time out bottle, why is sleep sucking? Is it because you need to sleep, or is it because you're still having trouble sleeping? Hey, differential equations were another species. Do I remember how to do them? No. I'm not saying this as a self-promotion, but if you get sleep, you get the next day ahead, and you also get to see me sooner. Just saying. But also you can look forward to like another day. You never know what you might be doing. Or even get to experience. And also you need to function, because don't be like me, trying to do 3 hours of sleep. Because you'll end up developing some nausea, and then you'll end up slurring your words a little bit. But you'll also, what's the word? Oh no, what's the funny story? And don't say my life, because that's my line. How long do you have to be up for if you happy once you wake up? Because if you need to be up for a while, I must give you sleep. Cause I want you somewhat functioning. You don't have to function perfectly, but you gotta be somewhat cognizant. Oh, then then well, I don't know your age. I don't know the family stuff. If they allow you to sleep through family things, but my advice would have been just sleep through it if you don't really care for it. If you're allowed to. But if you have to, well, they'll wake you up at a certain point. Alright, you're old enough to make your own decisions. You can sleep through it if you really want to. Choices. Now, if you like had strong ties with your family, like some people do, I would have also just said, spend as much time with the people that you really care for, you know? To follow a book about giving F's. Give F's that are to things that are important and not to things that aren't, that don't matter too much. Because spreading yourself too thin and caring about everything means you could get very easily overwhelmed. Also, it said that they were supposed to darken. I really like watching these tattoos be blue until like they'll turn black with ink box. And I don't like, gosh, the lighting. Arm. It's a little dinosaur. It's upside down. That's with like an astronaut helmet. And then the other one's just like a duck with like boot heels, like really long legs and heels. So dorky. Okay, I can't show this arm properly ever. This way, this way, this way. There, no, that way. For some reason, my left arm is the one that's the struggle bus I would put on camera. Wait, so if my hand's this way and I move this way, okay. Yeah, so, alright. That's why I was having so much trouble earlier. It really is reversed, because a mirror would follow which way you're going. But with streaming video camera, it's the opposite. So, if I'm waving right, this goes left. I did. I got there. But it was a struggle. Wait, how late can I stay up tonight? I gotta think about it. Because I tried to at least get 8 hours of sleep. Have I been getting that this week? No. Yes. We must truffle. Chocolate. Or is it the rich... Wait, no. Well, there's truffle chocolate, and then there's truffles. Those are two different things. I know what you mean, time in a bottle. I'm just pulling your leg. Actually, I should probably look at my schedule just in case, because... Yeah, I know I get off of work late tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to follow my schedule to a T for this week. Because, I found out that I didn't find out. I know that I have a doctor's appointment on Friday, but even though it says that I'm supposed to come at 10 a.m. on my time, I'm probably not. It'll be after my stuff, and then I'll be there. For Wednesday, I get off at 9 my time, so I'll probably be home around 9:30. Then I gotta work out, gotta eat, de-stress for at least a few minutes. So I probably could make it at 11. Although I got off at 7:30 today, and I started around 11 today. So we'll see. We'll see how hard I try. Oh wait, I don't have to work out tomorrow because I completed the 30-day challenge and I'm gonna give myself a day of a break. And then, okay, time might work out. This is how I plan things. I wonder, Senda, are you still here? Because if you are, what brings you around? Also, time in a bottle, I'm actually confused about Weave, because I think it's supposed to say Oive, but Weave means something else in my head. I am confusion. America, explain. Why is this Kansas? And this is not Arkansas? Well, the world doesn't need to know. Only me. And you hold the key to the answer. Okay. Yes, you'll shallows the key. Mm-hmm. I know it's swallows, but you'll shallows the key. You'll throw it into like the shallow end of the pool. I can't find it because I'm very small, and I would sink. I wouldn't sink. I'm very small, and I don't know where I'm going with this. Hmm. I don't know. I also don't know the person, so I would just say don't click on it because we don't know the link. All right, but I'm really bad at this. But it has been a bit, and I like to try not to go overboard. And I think you know what this means, time in a bottle. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what's coming? Yes, indeed. Time to say goodnight, time to say good morning to some people. But for me, it's good night. And my my little rush of a closer. Thank you for coming by tonight, Time in a Bottle. Thank you, Flippy Josh. And thank you for everybody else that I can't seem to name easily for some reason. Oh, well, thank you, Luanton. And thank you. I hope to see you again. And, well, if you haven't followed, feel free to follow. And if you see us on YouTube, feel free to like and comment, subscribe. I'll exist, and I'll talk to you. DjDoubleT,